Hey everybody, CrackBerry Kevin here, and it is February 14th, 2017 as I record this, which means we are less than 2 weeks away from BlackBerry Mobile unveiling the BlackBerry Mercury to the world. It's looking to be a pretty hot phone. It's Android powered. It is rocking a physical keyboard, which I kind of think in 2017 for a lot of people seems like it might be crazy, because right now when you see phones in people's hands, they tend to look like this, you know? Google Pixel, Apple iPhone 7, BlackBerry D-Tech 60, big touchscreen slabs, not very different. They all kind of look the same. And this is the BlackBerry Classic, a very different looking phone. And the Mercury is more in this vein, even more badass though. It's gonna have Android, it's a little taller, it's got that keyboard though. So in the spirit of Valentine's Day, because I'm feeling kind of lovey-dovey today, it's Valentine's Day, I like it, I'm one of those guys. I wanna go through the reasons why in 2017, people still love physical keyboards on phones. So without any further ado, let's get into it. The top 5, 6, 7 reasons why physical keyboards still rock in 2017.
CrackBerry.com.
Reason number 1, you can just do stuff and still be typing accurately. You know, I call it like the New York City taxi cab test. I mean, go in the back of a New York City taxi cab and pick up this phone and pick up this phone and start typing in the back seat while the driver's going crazy through Midtown. You can't do it on this. But on this, you can type away accurately, be productive on the go anywhere you want. This, try to keep it in your hand. It's not even easy to do sometimes. I know, because I dropped this one just recently. It's literally a CrackBerry.
It's a CrackBerry.
Reason number 2. You can literally type with your eyes closed. And I'm serious. When you're typing on a touchscreen, you just don't develop muscle memory. You know, like your fingers don't learn what you're pressing because you're not pressing anything. You're pushing on glass. You're tapping on glass. But with a physical keyboard, you actually, over time, start to just know where the buttons are. And you can close your eyes and actually
Type out a message.
Reason number 3, keyboard shortcuts. Now this harkens back to the early days of smartphones with like Palm Trios and the original BlackBerries and Windows Mobile phones that had keyboards. And everybody nerded out about the fact that you could push on a button and do something. You could make it open an app or dial a contact. I mean, even with flip phones, right? They had speed dial. You could take your 9 little numbers and program. Number 1, I'm calling my mom.
Number 2, I'm calling my dad. Number 3, I'm calling my brother. Number 4, I'm calling my best friend.
With these touchscreen phones, that all went away. It's way more effort now to like pull out a phone and do something. But the thing is, we use these phones so many times a day. We're constantly in and out of the pocket.
In and out of the pocket, in and out of the pocket. 50 times, 100 times, 200 times a day.
You're using your phone. With keyboard shortcuts, you're literally saving seconds every time you pick up the device. You're putting more time back into the day that you can better use on things you want to do, like, I don't know, watch Golden Girls reruns.
Thank you for being a friend.
See what Trump did? I don't like putting political stuff in videos.
I'm sorry.
But I'm Canadian, so it's kind of okay. But keyboard shortcuts, they never left on physical keyboards. BlackBerry shortcuts for the win. Reason number 4, it's just way easier to type things like passwords or email addresses or like complicated last names like Michaluk. You actually say my last name, Michaluk, but CrackBerry Kevin's way easier. It's easier to type properly difficult words with weird punctuation, like where you have a capital letter in the middle of a word, like BlackBerry or CrackBerry. You can type stuff that's complicated much easier and you don't get stuck in autocorrect hell, which happens on
all of these phones.
Reason number 5. Can I do like a V? Roman numeral V5 because it's Valentine's Day. It's just easier to type if you have a personality. Now, having a physical keyboard can't give you a personality if you're one of those boring people who doesn't have one. But if you want to type like,
hey, what are you up to tonight? Question mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, question mark, 2 more exclamation marks.
I can do that on a BlackBerry and still be myself because I have a physical keyboard. And I won't live in autocorrect hell on it. The thing I hate about autocorrect on touchscreen phones is it teaches you to become a boring person and type to basically what autocorrect wants you to do, because you don't want to get aggravated being stuck in autocorrect hell. But when you have a physical keyboard, you can maintain your personality while you're sending messages all day long. Reason number 6. Okay, this one's not for me so much as it is for my wife. If you have long fingernails, typing on touchscreens is kind of difficult, so I've been told. So if you have a long fingernail, you're sort of forced to like not type how you want to, but actually kind of flatten out your thumbs and type sort of weird. In which case, between your thumb being flat and your fingernail sticking out, you can't even see where you're typing. But on a physical keyboard, even with longer fingernails, you can come more straight down on the keys and hit exactly where you want to go. And I even had friends at BlackBerry back in the day who told me that was one of the favorite like keyboard factors of the phone. And I was like, really? That's crazy. But I'm like, kind of makes sense. Now, reason number 7, I've saved the just the reality factor for last. And it's my my mom, of all people, who told me about this one. So thanks, Mom. CrackBerry Mama on Instagram if you want to follow her. She posts no pictures, but she likes all of mine every single time. When it comes to messaging her son, which she likes to do, she much prefers to use a BlackBerry because she's getting old and her eyesight is not as good and her fingers are a little bit shaky, and touchscreen phones are much less forgiving to people who don't have perfect eyesight and dexterity. She's not hitting for the screen, picking it up, and then tapping something she doesn't want. And there are some accessibility controls you can turn on with some of the touchscreen devices that help this problem by putting more lag into the process, but it's nothing compared to the feeling of just having physical buttons that feel so good to type on. And maybe that's bonus number 8. It just feels good to push buttons. So look at that. There's more than 7 reasons, there are 8 reasons, and that is why in 2017, physical keyboards still rock, and I can't wait to get my hands on the new BlackBerry Mercury coming soon. In case you missed it, this is our 10th anniversary on CrackBerry. CrackBerry Kevin is out of retirement, and you need to subscribe and follow me everywhere. So follow at CrackBerry Kevin on Twitter, on Instagram, on the YouTube here at CrackBerry, and visit crackberry.com daily. We have so many giveaways happening, old school looking back articles at the BlackBerry years gone by, and we are covering the hell out of this new BlackBerry as it comes to market over the weeks and months ahead. So stay tuned, keep watching. Thanks for this one. If you like the video, please like it, please share it, and remind all your BlackBerry using friends or ex-BlackBerry using friends or people who've never used a physical keyboard before on a phone. They might want to give it a try because there's a lot of reasons why it just beats touchscreens. Kevin out.